Okay, so we just went over how to create leaders and tabs within your body copy. So I just wanted to go over quickly how to use character and paragraph styles. So paragraph styles is just like character styles, only it's going to enable you to edit copy quickly within big sections of copy. So body copy is kind of what we're talking about. When you talk about character styles, that's basically just altering maybe a word, one or two words, making it bold within copy, not really doing a whole section of body copy. So that's the difference between the two. So if you go up to Window and Styles, you can choose both character and paragraph styles. So I'm going to pull both of those up. When you pull up one, it might come with the other right here. So character styles, again, is if you just want to do maybe emphasize one word where it's bold or italic and or a different color, you would use character styles. If you want to set your body copy in big sections of copy, you would use paragraph styles. Okay, so with that being said, go ahead and take your type tool and do a select all. And basically when you start your menu for your body copy, you really want to select all first and create what you want your majority of your body copy to look like style wise. So with that select all, which is Command A, or if you go up to edit, let's see, select all, yes. So Command A, I figured that was under there, is your shortcut key to select all on your keyboard. Go back to your paragraph styles, and the default basic paragraph will always show. Just kind of ignore that, just like in character, ignore that one. We're going to create a new paragraph style by clicking either this upper right hand corner panel assets, and you can also create a new style here. There's kind of always two ways to do one thing in InDesign and Adobe products. I'm going to click up here and just say new paragraph style. You can also duplicate styles here, redefine them, and other menu options here. But we're going to stick with the new paragraph style because we haven't created anything yet. With this being said, we're going to name it. It's really important to name it so that you're going to end up walking away, hopefully, with this menu. You're going to have probably more than 5 or 6, 7 styles. So it's important to understand which style is which. And styles are great because they enable you to quickly change and update multiple pages or a design where you're not manually doing it one by one in each section. It'll kind of update by itself once you have it set. It's great for when you're working in publications with multiple pages, so that if you have 100 pages, publication, and you need to change, say, the body copy point size for the whole publication, all you have to do is once you have that style set, you just go right into your settings and just change the point size, and it'll update the entire body copy that it's assigned to for that style. So it's just a really convenient way, and keep it consistent too within your book so you're not changing point sizes by accident. All right, so we're going to name this body copy. So I would recommend starting with that first. Your style name should be set up here. And you're going to leave these settings as is, and going over the left-hand side here, this is your general settings. If you click on the basic character format, this is where you can set your the type of font that you want. Now, because this is kind of a menu cover, I would stick to something real readable, more readable than anything decorative. You can do subheads as more decorative, but the body copy should be pretty readable. Now, that doesn't mean you have to stick with a classic serif font. You can definitely use a sans serif font too, like Arial or whatever works. Avenir too. So let me change it to Avenir. What's nice about getting a font that has a font family is, and this is how you could tell if it has a font family underneath this same font, is that you have all of these other font emphasis that you can add on. Say if you want a lighter look or more of a medium or black or heavy in certain areas, you can keep the consistency of the look of your font by using that same font, just changing the font style. Okay, we're going to keep it to book because this is just the body copy. And as I stated before, typically body copy in a menu is between, I would say, 10, 11 points. And my leading, I usually keep at 14. It's usually a 20% difference between my point size and my leading sizes is a good readable ratio between point size and space in between lines of text. Everything else looks good. There's more advanced features here. You know, you can put indents, spacing. We're not going to really go into that, but this is where you would set your tabs if you do it through your styles. I mentioned this before in my other short video. This is where you would set it, just like I showed you in the short video, only you would set it up as a style so that you know, you can always go back to that setting within your styles to repeat it wherever necessary. Okay, I'm going to click OK because I really, you know, that's basically all I need. Now, it's not going to really do anything because you need to select it in your paragraph style box. You need to actually select the style that you renamed and created over here. So with my body copy selected with my type tool, I'm going to go over to my paragraph style box and choose body copy, and you'll see the change. Pretty cool. Now let's say you look at this and you say, that looks pretty good, but you know, the copy is still kind of big. So now all you need to do is double click right on top of that body copy box to open up this panel settings again, and you can go back to where you were and actually edit this out, and you can hit preview if you want to see it making those changes as you click on it. So say, okay, I want to do, instead of not 10, I want to do 9 and 13. Or 9 and 14, make it a little smaller, click OK. So you can see how easy that was because I assigned this whole block of text to body copy, that it changed it all. Pretty interesting. Okay, so if you wanted to make your tabs with the leaders its own paragraph style, you can do that as well. You just need to select the areas that you want that assigned to. So I would select this whole, just this whole top line, and I would go ahead and do a new paragraph style, and I'm going to name this body copy tab leader so that I know that this is assigned to you know, a tab and a leader style. Now I'm not really going to change anything. Maybe I can change this because it's kind of like a heading of sorts. Maybe I'll make this medium, you know, so it's a little darker. And then go to tabs. And this is where I showed you before. I would choose my right justified so that that tab would be on the right hand side of my box, my text box. And then right where it says leader, I put a little period in there. Make sure you click on that and click OK. So now, don't forget, you have to select this in order for it to apply. So there you go. Now I can go down here and set this, you know, as my new leader, tab and leader. Now, because I didn't do a select all, I have to choose each of these at first. So you'll see it's kind of, this is what, you know, kind of helps time-wise, but, you know, initially you have to do this if you kind of already have a different setting on it. Now, if any time, and I'll show you this in a second here. So I set all of these up here. So let's say you go through your, you know, your changes and you say, oh, I want to add a color to this now. I maybe want this to be a color. So now all I have to do, because I set them all up as the same tab leader, is double click on my tab leader box, go to character color all the way down here, and let's set this as red. And look, if I hit preview, you'll see all of them change in red now that I have them set and set them up as paragraph style. Pretty cool. Now, if anytime you come in here and you're saving and then you start messing around with this where, you know, say you're going to make this bold, but you do it in a way that you're not doing it through your style sheets, okay? So you have your regular panel over here and you forget about your styles, but you decide to start doing changes in here and you make this bold in just a regular paragraph setting. Watch what happens over here. Did you see that? So let me undo that. Keep your eye right here on your style, right next to the last letter there. Watch what happens. a little plus sign appears. So that's telling you you're making changes to your style without actually doing it appropriately. So there's a different style set that shouldn't be here, and it needs to be either, you know, overridden, so you can override it by clicking option, click to clear. So option, click, and you can clear it, so undo it. So the right way to kind of edit this without having that little, if you see plus signs in here, you need to fix it, because it's telling you right now there's two different assigned styles that, you know, were not through your style sheets. So you need to go back in here and say if you want to make that darker or whatever, you need to do it this way. Okay. So just something to kind of keep in mind. Now, we're talking about characters. So that's paragraph styles, and you can delete them too. Say if you want to ever get rid of them, you can delete them here. But that's how you would create paragraph styles. So it's more than one word in a group setting. Character style is a little different. So character styles are great for just maybe one words, a few words that you want to emphasize maybe within a paragraph, or a subhead that only has one or two words. So I'm going to choose my subheads. I'm going to choose smoothies and go to my character style. I'm going to click on the upper right hand corner and say new character style. I'm going to name this subhead. And you'll notice how different this panel looks versus the paragraph panel. Look how many less options you have over here. And that's only because what you're doing here is just basically changing a very simple style to maybe one or two words versus a whole, you know, body copy of text. Okay. So basic character, you can change it here. So let's say you wanted to do something more, because it is a subhead, you can kind of go a little bit more decorative if you want. If not, you can keep it simple as well. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see what these will look like without applying them. Let's choose that for now. We can always change it. And character color. So if you want to make it, you know, a specific color, I'll just do blue for now, just so you can see it. And general, everything else looks good. Sizing, you know, you can make this pretty big. It's a subhead. I'll do 18 for now. And we'll just do auto for letting. Okay. So we're going to click OK. Now it doesn't show because we have to select it in here first. So boom, right there. That's actually kind of cool. So that is a character style. So anything that you select now with your actual type tool, highlight it. You can change using your character style, and then typically it's just, you know, a couple words or, you know, subheads in this regards. All right, so hopefully that was pretty clear, and you can get started with your character and paragraph styles.